In May of 2019, I was having a seemingly ordinary evening watching a basketball game while casually eating an entire bag of chips. And this was just after eating a very generous portion of spaghetti and meatballs with a side of buttery Parmesan garlic knots. It was a special night, not because the Toronto Raptors won in a buzzer beater, but because it was the night I ate my first official all-in meal. The first of many fully satisfying and fulfilling meals that over the course of the past 2 years nourished and satiated my very hungry body.
That's so good.
Yeah.
Since May of 2019, I gave myself unconditional permission to eat and fuel my body properly. I went all in and ended the perpetual cycle of dieting, and I allowed my body to relearn how to feel full and satisfied.
Full, but not bloated. No food, baby.
I increased my metabolism and repaired my relationship with food, despite all of the challenges openly gaining 40 pounds on the internet presented.
What happened? She put on 30 pounds of fat in a few months. She's hating having her pictures taken.
Over the past 2 years, my body has been many different shapes and sizes, all of which metamorphosizing so rapidly that I could barely recognize myself at times.
My lazy eye open.
I was swollen,
No ankle bone.
and my clothes never fit right. I was constantly buying new baggy clothes and dealing with startled glances from people who haven't seen me in a while. Reflecting back, I learned a lot about myself, society, and how toxic diet culture can be. I realized that society and social media values thinness.
But every single time I see another video made about me, it still brings me such a wave of anxiety.
And my public 40-pound weight gain was a personal affront to their belief system.
So this is what I'm looking like at the moment.
And sacrilege to the word health, because in their eyes, healthy can only look one way. Despite that, I learned that I'm stronger than I thought, pushing back on a backwards belief system because of how damaging it can be. I've been victim to it.
I don't like my arms. I don't show my arms.
I've learned that healthy doesn't have a certain look at all, and ironically, the most unhealthy I've ever been was when I was lean, and the healthiest I've ever been was when I gained weight. I also learned that losing my identity as a super fit girl with a six-pack was one of the best things that could have ever happened to me. Instead of being a fitness influencer, I just became Stephanie, someone you could relate to and bond with.
So this is Stephanie in 2020.
So hot.
My personal relationship with you grew stronger and stronger as you learned to love the new me and finally getting to know the real me. It was easy to pull back the facade once I let my guard down and I could finally be myself in all of my vulnerable glory. And beyond any measure of a doubt, my relationship with food has been transformed by letting myself value food for the sake of pleasure, enjoyment, health, and taste satisfaction.
That's amazing.
I woke up and still wake up every day excited to eat
Delicious.
and eat the food that makes me feel good, makes me feel happy, and makes me feel full. Some of the greatest and happiest moments of most people's lives involve food, and I spent too many years resisting the urge to fully partake. But now I happily and fully appreciate every celebration, family dinner, or just a random Tuesday night. All I wanted 2 years ago was to not be so hungry all the time.
I'm going to eat as much as I want with no cap.
It might sound insignificant if you've never experienced extreme hunger, but it was incredibly frustrating and seemed, oddly enough, really unfair. Which I know is petty, but I will shamelessly say that I was sour when I would hear someone tell me that they were full after eating dinner when I was still super hungry. I didn't want to feel constantly hungry every second of every day anymore. I didn't want to go to bed still hungry. I didn't want to stop eating when I was only half full because I thought I should stop. I didn't want to have cheat days just so I could feel the blissful satisfaction of fullness. I wanted to feel full like that after eating all the time.
100% satisfied.
100%.
I took a chance and just leapt, hoping I could fix my broken hunger signals, and I did. And to my delight, I fixed so much more than that. Yes, my appetite has thankfully decreased. Eating thousands and thousands of calories every day was starting to get expensive. And as fun as it was, I did hope it wouldn't last forever. which it didn't because my body has balanced out and doesn't need that much food anymore. But I have no doubt that it once did. It takes a lot of food to restore the damage of dieting and restriction. I took a chance for the sake of my happiness and quality of life, and I'm still up in weight from where I started, which is a good thing. I never want to be that lean again, nor do I feel like I have any reason to. And I'm sure my body thanks me for that too. Body positivity doesn't always come easy to me, but now more than ever, even more than before, I've learned to accept my body. I will never stop being grateful for taking the plunge and going all in May of 2019. That month and that year will forever mean something to me. It was when I stopped being so hungry, stopped caring so much about what everyone else thought of me, and allowed me to be me. Happy, healthy, and for the most part, pretty full.